In today's Leeds news, Adjei pursuit latest, more Curtis noise, under 21s lose, and Elland Road development may have to wait on promotion. Morning folks, Jay here at The View on the 19th of December with your Leeds United news. Not a massive amount of stuff flowing around, so this will be a pretty short video. We did do a match review from the Coventry game last night. That's available on the channel. You can go check that out if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. We'll crack on with the news. It'll be pretty much a short one today, pretty light on the ground. But we will start off with some updates on some transfers that have been rumbling on for a couple of weeks, and we'll start off with Nathaniel Adjei. The Hammarby centre-back has been linked with Leeds repeatedly over the last 3 weeks as it gets closer and closer to the January window opening. Now Hammarby sporting director Mikael Hjemberg has been speaking on the topic as well, and has admitted that the club may have to sell certain players in the January window if a fee comes in. 26-year-old centre-back has played 26 of the 31 games so far this campaign, and has been in really good form for them as well. He is a Ghanaian capped international at underage level, not yet being capped by their senior national side. According to the report, there are 9 other clubs said to be interested around Europe in the player. Celtic and Rangers closer to home are said to be very interested in the player and have sent scouts to look at them, as have Leeds apparently. The sporting director Hjemberg said that the club may have to sell in January if the right price is met. He went on to say that they don't want to sell their players if they don't have to, but that if a desired fee comes in, then they will be in a position where they would need to sell. The desired fee for this player is rumoured to be roughly in and around 3 million, although if there is competition for the player, that's likely to be slightly higher. And for Hammarby's sake, they would hope to get a bit of a bidding war going and get a couple of clubs interested in the player. Leeds have been mentioned several times over the last couple of weeks. Other English clubs seem to be dropping off the radar or off the list of clubs listed with Adjei. Leeds seem to be consistently mentioned. But we said this before, Leeds are always a very good club for agents to put out there as well if you want to get some interest in your player. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But as I said, it has been mentioned by several different publications over the last 3 weeks, and now the Hammarby sporting director himself has spoken on it. So there might be some smoke there. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Moving on, let's talk about another potential incoming and a young incoming. We get a player we've talked about a couple of times over the last month or so, and that is St. Patrick's Athletic fullback Sam Curtis. According to the Irish Independent, they claim that fullback Sam Curtis will leave St. Pats in January. He is finished the season here. Curtis did have an excellent campaign and was named in the League of Ireland Team of the Year as well. He's only 18 years of age. He's played a huge number of games. He has 60 games under his belt for St. Pat's so far at 18, which is just bonkers. As I said, he made the League of Ireland representative side, or the League of Ireland Team of the Year, but there are reports saying that there are other clubs now keeping an eye on Curtis. Leeds are named as one of them. Celtic, Spurs and Liverpool are also named as being in the mix. Spurs and Liverpool, probably a slightly trickier pathway for Curtis if he wants to come through. Don't know who the player supports or who he wants to play for, but you would imagine Leeds and Celtic would be a slightly easier pathway depending on the player's ability. But he has had an absolutely fantastic season and does look like a really good player. Leeds looking at, I keep saying this, regenerating the under-21 squad as well, as they look to bring in players that can play there for a couple of years and get a pathway into the senior side as other players age out of the system and away from Leeds. Moving on, let's talk about the under-21s. Unfortunately, not a good night for the under-21s, and what was a decent performance against a very good Tottenham Hotspur side. Spurs are top of EPL 2 and ran out 1-0 winners in a game where they were in control of the game in a lot of ways. The Leeds did push and fight hard to get a result. It was a decent performance by the Leeds side, but ultimately the quality that Spurs side have shone out in the end. A 1-0 win, nothing to be too down about from a Leeds United perspective. 1-0 defeat to a club like Spurs, where they are on the table and the kind of players they have on that side, isn't the worst thing, and they did put in a good showing as well, so there will be some positive to take from that game heading into the 21's next set of games. Moving on, let's move on and talk about the main story of today, and that revolves around the development of Elland Road. We've heard an awful lot of talk over the last couple of months into last season about potential Elland Road improvements and redevelopment. Well, now, according to the Yorkshire Evening Post, the 49ers Enterprises are still pushing ahead with their plans to redevelop Elland Road. However, they do state that they have heard that those plans will be on hold unless Leeds get automatic promotion to the Premier League or get promoted to the Premier League. The plans for the stadium won't move ahead unless Leeds are in the Premier League. The ticket demand this year has been slightly down on last year, which is expected. Leeds not in the Premier League. That's expected to happen. As a result, they'll be sitting on their hands in terms of actually starting work on the ground. Plans have been drawn up. There are drawings floating around. There are videos floating around of what it could look like, and what I've seen looks really, really impressive. There's also talk about redevelopment work to the surrounding area as well as improvements with LS11 Council all up, Leeds City Council all up to improve transport to LS11 as well, which will help to facilitate more people coming to the ground. Leeds are expecting, the Daily Mail did confirm this, a expansion up to 55,000 seater stadium with significant improvements to the stadium as well as surrounding areas, and looking to bring in more money. They keep using the Spurs 4 million match day revenue thing as a guiding principle. Leeds currently bringing in about $1 million per home game, so that will be something that Leeds will want to do. But it does say that they will be waiting to move forward with actual development work until Leeds are back in the Premier League, and that's due to the money. It's also due to the stadium demand for tickets as well. There's no point in having a 55-seater stadium if there's going to be gaps in it, so may as well wait till the demand is fully there. It's been slightly down, but it is winter. There's a lot of games. Championship, we've got midweek games, a lot more midweek games, which is trickier for people to get to with work and everything else. And Championship's weird. It's weird. You'll get sold out games on the weekend, and you'll miss a couple during the week. So wouldn't worry too much about it. But I'd say it's something I'm excited to see. It's badly overdue. It's badly overdue, like a paint, let alone anything else. But it'd be great to see Elland Road get some significant improvements into next year. Fingers crossed, Leeds will get up either through the playoffs or automatic. Either way, they'll hopefully get up. So that's going to be pretty much it from me for today, folks. Massive thanks as always for supporting the channel and sticking with us. And I'll be back tomorrow morning for more Leeds news. Have a great day. I'll talk to you then. See you. Bye.